Welcome back for another action-packed edition of NC Sports Weekly News. And the lineup is truly jammed with multiple events happening all around the globe. The future is now at the Foiling Week on Italy's Lake Garda. Vendée Globe hero François Gàbart and America's Cup defender Shannon Falcone explain. The Diam 24s of the new Tour De France Voile hit Roscoff, and it's a great day for Engie and Sebastien Rogues. Senior correspondent Sebastien Destremau captures the moment. More flash futures in Monte Carlo for the Solar One Cup. Royalty takes notice as Dutch teams dominate a new clean era now in the making. On the road to Rio 2016, Burling-Tuke and Conti-Clapcich take the 49er and 49er FX European titles in Porto for New Zealand and Italy. Ripping conditions sweep Pozo as Philip Kostner and Daida Moreno conquer the PWA World Cup in Gran Canaria for wave riders. Surfs up as the WSL Men's Championship Tour is back for the J-Bay Open. Special highlight preview of the massive swells and the high nines in South Africa. NC Sports plunge into the action. A spectacular event, but also an exclusive think tank experience. The Foiling Week took over Italy's Lake Garda as some of the most talented minds, together with the most accomplished sailors on the planet, meant once again to share and compare the current state of the tech.
I think it's just perfect, the foiling week, because there's a lot of things happening now in the sailing world and the foiling world, and it's good to mix a little bit everyone to try to make communication between all together, between kiters, between mods, between catamaran. I think we have so much thing to learn, so much thing to create, to think about. I'm a sailor and I just want to sail fast, and foiling is a way to sail fast. So it's a lot of things happened last years, and I'm sure that it's the future of sailing. In a way, when you're foiling, it's just gets smooth and there's no sounds. It's just a perfect feeling when you think that you can go faster and faster and faster.
Foiling is bringing about a 360-degree revolution in sailing that began well before the last America's Cup 34, especially thanks to the early work done on the Moth class. The T-shaped foils are now taking over on all sorts of vessels, something unheard of just a decade ago. But after making history in San Francisco, now there's only one way forward, and that's flying.
Where I started to do it, which was the Cup, was probably the hardest place to start foiling, with regards to the designs being pretty difficult, but luckily I was doing it with people that are really good at it. And we had a lot of clever minds, trying to tackle the problem, and it meant that I was just along for the ride, so to speak. Do you want to just go cruisy and mellow and just feel the sensation of foiling, which is really cool, silence and a new challenge, or do you want to go and make it difficult for yourself and go racing? But it depends where you want to enter.
This second Foiling Week once again mixed racing, testing, and discussion forums on the evolution of the sport. As promised last year, Mach 2 foiling moth creator Andrew McDougall launched his brand new Wasp. Meanwhile, the Kite Foil Invitational, the Flying Phantom Series, and the Moth Euro Cup delivered the action on the Garda.
The 28 Diam 24s are in Roscoff, Brittany for the fourth act of the Tour De France Voile. The most remarkable performance of the weekend is for Engie, the project led by Sebastien Rogues.
Ouais, une super journée pour Engie aujourd'hui. Ça
A great day for Engie. We scored 2 seconds and first place. We just finished the second in the gold final. So yes, we are very happy. It's true that since the beginning of the tour we are a bit on the back foot. So I guess a day like this is really good for the morale and also for the overall ranking. So yep, we're feeling great.
Fairly dominated by Spindrift, who manages to win not only the coastal race on Saturday, but also the stadium races on Sunday. The Tour is now in Les Sables-d'Olonne for the last Atlantic event before heading towards the Med for the remaining 4 acts.
Combining 30-lap endurance races on the open sea, handling tests in slalom, and one-on-one speedruns, the Solar One Monte Carlo Cup completed its second and once again hugely successful edition last weekend. Dutch teams dominated both days of competition, with Clavis Private Energy Solar Team placing its boats at the very top of the open class podium, and with compatriots of Dutch Solar Boat Team also winning the A-Class challenge.
First, you think of a solar boat, well, some panels on it will go slow, but we prove that it can also go fast. We can reach speeds up to 50 kilometers per hour and only powered by sun. So I think that's just amazing that without fuel you can have this effort and this performance from a boat. So hey, now it's all fuel-powered big boats, but in the future we'll come this way. And we'll see more yachts with solar panels and a little bit more green.
These are the sights and sounds of the future, and had to be a must-see even for Prince Albert, now celebrating the 10th anniversary of his reign. 15 boats and their teams took to the water in front of the Yacht Club de Monaco, as engineering students from 6 countries across Europe put their new Dragonflies to the test. A list of talents that included nephew and engineer Marco Casiraghi, and who are now demonstrating the technology's growing visibility and performance.
Unbelievable. After this medal race, it's unbelievable. We were so close with the points, and
also the last time we were really close. Really, it was a matter of who got before the last lap, and thanks God it was us.
Yes.
Well, 1 year ago, exactly, the 11th of July 2014,
yes,
we were leaving early, the Europeans.
I went home with the crutches.
Yes. So to be back at the Europeans and win it after, you know, the disaster of last year, it's amazing.
With 2 wins, 2/3, and a 6th place finish in a chaotic medal race on Sunday, Italian sailors Giulia Conti and Francesca Clapcich nabbed a long-sought European title on the 49er effects in Porto. In mixed and tactical wind conditions, Denmark took the rest of the podium, respectively with Hansen Silverson and the Schutt sisters. Disqualified in race 5 and adding a couple more poor results, New Zealand's Peter Burling and Burling-Tuke lost their status as favorites and had to fight their way back up the ladder on the men's court. However, the London 2012 gold medalists and absolute dominators of the 49er class kept their cool, posting solid results in the last 3 regattas, including a win and a 2nd place in the key medal race. Clearly, the Kiwi powerhouse duo is reaching towards another gold in Rio 2016, and that's just before heading to America's Cup 35 in Bermuda with Team Emirates.
Have a great deal of, belief in our ability to go out and perform when we're put under pressure. We've spent so much time now in the 49er and so comfortable with the boat that we knew we could go back to what we know best and getting off the start line and just doing the simple things well.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, like Pete said, it's sort of just to go out and put down such a dominant performance today when maybe some people were questioning us was like that word belief Pete used, and just shows that we can sort of win under different circumstances, and yeah, we're pretty happy. It's a good boost for us going forward.
It's not just a classic, it's a spot that literally pushes the boundaries of performance. With an unprecedented triple forward loop, Germany's Philipp Kostner conquered the high-powered 50-knot wind and top waves of Pozo at the Gran Canaria PWA World Cup for the wave discipline. Twice world champion Kostner faced off on Monday with Spain's Victor Fernandez Lopez and Alex Mussolini, finishing respectively in second and third.
Well, I'm feeling really good. I had a very good heat now in the final, and I had two very good jumps, a nice push forward, good double, and good wave rides. In the beginning of the wave rides, I fell a few times, but at the end I got two very good ones. And at the end, I thought, why not try a triple? So I went for it. I did 2 3/4, or almost made it, but I'm pretty happy.
Competing in their home waters here in the Canaries, Team Spain conquered the women's court with Daida Moreno, just 33 points ahead of twin sister and arch rival Ivaya in second. Close third-place honors also for multiple world champ Sarakito Fringa from Aruba. The J-Bay Open has kicked off with solid swells for the top 34 athletes of the World Surf League Championship Tour in South Africa and will reach its final stages this coming weekend. High-flying 8s and 9s are already dotting the scoreboard without a clear dominator in sight. Among the upsets and following the historic Perfect 20 at the Fiji Pro last month, Australia's Owen Wright was on the pace, but then quickly lost his pass here at the hands of compatriot Adrian Buchan in round 3. Posting a string of 9s, reigning world champ Gabriel Medina finally appears to have reawakened, and the other Brazilians are also plowing ahead with Toledo, Viçosa, and Dantas. Never underrate some old foxes like Joel Parkinson, 907 and 977 to win round 1 against Ricardo Christie. There's always a Kelly Slater, and especially Mick Fanning, still very much in contention for the world title. Full results coming up in the next NC Sports Weekly News Edition. There's always more, so join the current on Nautical Channel. Fast and furious sailing is coming your way on the NC Sports Buzz, premiering this Saturday at 7 p.m. with top highlights, full interviews, and the complete unfiltered coverage of the 49er and 49er Effect European Championship in Portugal. Plunge into the action with NC Sports.